Hey, hey, my fellow anglers and fishing enthusiasts, your old friend here, ready to dive deep into the waters and give you the ultimate scoop for an intriguing day, January 24th, 2026. Now, many of you might be thinking, January, that's just for bundling up and dreaming of spring. But let me tell you, this day is shaping up to be quite special, presenting a unique winter challenge across different parts of our vast USA. Stick around because you're about to learn why this midwinter day could surprise you with some truly memorable catches, even when the mercury dips. It's a day that demands patience and precision, but the rewards, oh, they can be spectacular. First up, let's talk about the stars of our winter show. For our ice fishing fanatics up north, Yellow Perch and Crappie are going to be your prime targets. These resilient fish will be schooled up, seeking stable temperatures under the ice. You'll want to focus your efforts in deeper basins, particularly those with a muddy bottom, where perch love to feed. For Crappie, look for them suspending around brush piles, submerged timber, or bridge pilings, typically in 10 to 20 feet of water. The key for both is a slow, methodical presentation. For perch, small ice jigs tipped with a maggot or bloodworm are deadly. For Crappie, tiny jigs with soft plastic bodies or a lively minnow under a bobber, fished ever so slowly, will often entice a bite. Remember, even a 6-inch difference in depth can be crucial, so don't be afraid to experiment to find their sweet spot. Now for my open water friends in the milder southern freshwater regions, largemouth bass, walleye, and various trout species are calling your name. Bass, while generally less active in the cold, will concentrate near deeper structure, rocky points, and submerged cover. If there's a sunny spell, check out those slightly warmer sun-exposed shallows in the afternoon. For walleye, who remain aggressive even in the cold, try slow dragging a jig and plastic combination along rocky bottoms in rivers and lakes. Trout anglers on the rivers should drift nymphs and small winter patterns through holding water, or use jigs and natural baits in deeper runs, pocket water, and slower edges where fish seek refuge from current. And to my saltwater buddies along the warmer Gulf and Atlantic coasts, redfish and sheepshead are your winter champions. Redfish will be concentrated in deeper channels, tidal creeks and along mangrove shorelines that catch the morning sun, warming the water by just a few degrees. Look for them cruising or tailing in just a few feet of water during incoming tides. Sheepshead, with their powerful bite, will be gathering around structure like docks, pilings, and artificial reefs, seeking those barnacles and other tasty morsels. For redfish, live or cut, shrimp, mud, minnows, or a gold spoon retrieved slowly are excellent choices. For sheepshead, a small piece of shrimp or fiddler crab on a light jig head, fished tight to structure, is a winner. All right, let's get into the nitty-gritty of why these tactics are going to work. For January 24th, 2026, the weather across the USA presents a tale of two extremes. Many northern and central states are bracing for a significant cold front. Expect daytime highs to hover around the low to mid-20s Fahrenheit, with some areas, especially in regions like Kansas, seeing temperatures drop to single digits or even around 0 degrees Fahrenheit overnight. We're looking at cloudy skies with a 70% chance of snow in some of these colder regions, and winds that could be brisk, further lowering the real field temperature. Atmospheric pressure will likely be rising in the wake of this cold air mass, which can often make fish a bit more reluctant to bite. In contrast, southern coastal areas will experience comparatively milder, though still cool, conditions. Water temperatures are predictably cold. In our ice-covered lakes up north, the water beneath the ice will be just above freezing, around 39 degrees Fahrenheit, Open freshwater bodies in the southern regions will range from the low 30s to high 40s Fahrenheit. However, coastal saltwater areas, particularly in Florida, might see temperatures in the mid-70s, while Southern California could be in the upper 50s. This cold water drastically slows fish metabolism, making them less aggressive and more lethargic. This is precisely why slow, methodical presentations are absolutely vital, mimicking an easy, energy-efficient meal. Now about the moon, our celestial fishing companion. On January 24, 2026, we're in a waxing crescent phase, with the moon being approximately 5 to 6 days old and about 32 to 34% illuminated. While there are many popular fishing beliefs surrounding moon phases, some folklore suggests that during the waxing crescent, especially after a new moon, fish might be less active, having fed during the darker nights or conserving energy. However, don't let that deter you. This simply means we need to be smarter and more strategic in our approach. Considering these conditions, widespread cold weather with regional snow, cold water temperatures across most of the country, and a waxing crescent moon, assessing the overall bite for January 24, 2026 as challenging but rewarding. It won't be a day of easy limits, but for those willing to brave the elements and apply smart, patient tactics, quality catches are definitely possible. Fish will be highly concentrated in specific areas, seeking thermal refuge near deep structure or baitfish. Success hinges on finding those pockets, offering precise bait presentations, and being attuned to subtle bites. Don't expect a feeding frenzy, but work for your fish, and you'll be glad you did. So, my friends, get out there safely, dress warmly, and embrace the winter challenge. May your lines be tight and your coolers full. Until next time, remember, a bad day of fishing is still better than a good day at work. If this forecast helped you plan your next adventure, please hit that like button, subscribe for more expert tips, and share your winter fishing stories in the comments below. What are your plans for this weekend? Any specific species you're targeting in the cold? I love hearing from you all, so let's keep the conversation going. Tight lines, everyone.